Good afternoon, Ospreys. You're watching Nest News, live from Student Union. I'm Austin Thielen.
And I'm Gabrielle Forbes. Coming up on today's show, Florida to end vaccine mandate.
The federal court ruling on Alligator Alcatraz.
And the whole new Halal Shack on campus.
As well, of course, your weather and sports updates. So stay tuned and enjoy the show. On Wednesday, September 3rd, the Florida government announced its plans to end all vaccination mandates currently in place, becoming the first state in the nation to do so. According to the Associated Press, the state Surgeon General, Dr. Joseph Ladapo, has cited current requirements in schools as violations on people's rights that hinder parents' ability to make health decisions for their children. He's previously said that people have a right to make their own decisions, informed decisions. They don't have the right to tell you what to put in your body. Take it away from them. According to the Associated Press, this goes against decades of public health policy and generally agreed upon research that has shown vaccines to be safe and the most effective way to stop the spread of communicable diseases, especially among school children, notable embrace of the Trump administration's agenda led by Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy, Jr. The American Medical Association released a statement urging Florida to reconsider the change to help prevent a rise of infectious disease outbreaks that put health and lives at risk, also citing that eliminating vaccine mandates would undermine decades of public health progress. There's currently no timeline for these changes, but Ladapo says some mandates can be scrapped by the Florida Department of Health, while others will require acts by the Florida legislature.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has released a video statement regarding the recent decision made by a federal appeals court to stay a federal judge's order, which would have closed the immigration detention facility known as Alligator Alcatraz. The ruling will allow the facility to remain open for the time being. Here's what DeSantis had to say.
Some leftist judge ruled implausibly that somehow Florida wasn't allowed to use our own property to help the federal government in this important mission because they didn't do an environmental impact statement. Well, we said we would fight that. We said the mission would continue. And I'm pleased to say that the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals has just stayed that ruling and stayed the case. So Alligator Alcatraz is in fact, like we've always said, open for business. The mission continues, and we're going to continue leading the way when it comes to immigration enforcement.
Well, I'll tell you what, this whole week was awesome. Just the weather was so nice outside.
Even at night, have you guys looked at the night sky?
It's almost a full moon. I'm so excited. I was like, it's awesome.
Give it a few more days.
It's great. So hopefully we can go stargazing and see the full moon and everything.
Yes, clear skies, guys. Hope for it.
That'd be awesome. And hopefully the fall weather stays. Hopefully it stays a little cooler.
We're starting off the semester pretty nice.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't really quite know what the weather's going to be this week.
And neither do I.
I know who does, and that is Annette. So let's go to Annette with your weekly weather update.
Good afternoon, Ospreys, and welcome to your weekly forecast. Today it is 88 degrees and mostly cloudy. Looking into the week, Saturday and Sunday are going to have highs in the 90s, but hey, it's nothing Floridians aren't used to. Saturday, 30% chance of rain. Sunday, 40% chance of rain, and there's going to be a 70% chance of rain and thunderstorms on Monday and Tuesday. 60% chance on Wednesday, and a 50% chance on Tuesday. These showers will also cool down temperatures. Highs will be in the 80s. Lows this week will stay in the 70s. So even though most coffee shops have released their fall flavored coffee, it still feels like summer outside. So this week there's going to be chances of thunderstorms either in the morning or evening. So just monitor that as you head into the week. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I will see you next week, Ospreys.
As students may know, a new dining option opened at the beginning of the semester called the Halal Shack. Located in the Student Union, the Halal Shack is a Mediterranean restaurant serving custom rice, salad, and fry bowls, as well as pita wraps and non-burritos. Students choose a base, chicken or beef, as protein and toppings like lettuce, onion, corn, and hummus to make their desired combinations. Spinnaker spoke to students this past week about their opinions on this new restaurant, and most had mixed reviews, with freshman David Ayers saying it's a good addition to the food court, but there could have been better options. Another student, Sophie Turner, said that it was okay, I've only eaten there once, but it wasn't bad. But also that she would be open to going back in the future. If you want to try it for yourself, the Halal Shack is open Monday through Thursday from 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Fridays from 10:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. And now, I'll tell you what, that soccer game was awesome last night.
I've heard only good things about it.
It was so cool. I got to go, and I was watching from the fence. I was like, dude, it was crazy. They got 5 goals back to back. It was awesome.
Okay, go UNF.
It was awesome. Go Ospreys. We'll tell you what, let's go to Sean with your weekly sports update.
While you are all likely gearing up for your tests, the Ospreys athletic teams are already acing theirs. And with that, let's get right into this week's UNF sports update. On the pitch, the UNF women's soccer team had a nice bounce-back draw against former ASUN rival Kennesaw State 2-2 on the back of a career performance from Allison Sowers. The sophomore forward scored not 1 but 2 goals in the game after previously having 0 in her collegiate career to this point. The Ospreys also got a great performance from goalkeeper Audrey Johnson with 4 saves, who has played strong in her appearance this season. Taking things to the fairways, the UNF women's golf team opened their season on Monday in West Lafayette, Indiana at the Boilermaker Classic against many Power 4 teams. The squad shot 48 over collectively, earning 11th place in the field. However, redshirt junior Caitlin Schroeder stole the show, placing 2nd overall as an individual with a 4 under total score. The Ospreys will be back in action in 2 weeks at Lady Palin Interventional at Furman. On the course, the Ospreys men's cross-country team started their season off in impressive fashion, placing first out of 11 teams at the Florida Intercollegiate Cross-Country Invitational this past weekend. Grad student Sebastian Hernandez had a standout performance, placing 3rd individually with a time of 24 minutes and 52 seconds. And redshirt freshman Alejandro Romangoza ran a strong 25 minute and 24 second, earning him his first ASUN XC Freshman of the Week honors. Bumping things over to the hardwood, the UNF volleyball team had an up-and-down weekend at North Florida Sunshine Tournament, as they started the weekend off with losses to Georgia Southern and Florida State before pulling off a hard-fought 3-2 victory against Illinois Chicago. In that victory, the story of the match was freshman production, as both setter Sophia Dawson and opposite hitter Kendall Newbold played fantastic. Following a midweek loss to Florida Atlantic, they will look to bounce back this weekend as they host the UNF Invitational. Lastly, the men's basketball team released their non-conference schedule for the 25-26 season, and it's quite the gauntlet. The Ospreys opened the season against defending national champions Florida Gators, and they faced 4 teams who competed in last year's National NCAA tournament, including Tennessee, who made the Elite 8, Gonzaga, SIUE, and Wofford. Their first game at home will be November 15th against the New College of Florida. And with that, that's all I have for you guys today, so I'll see you next time.
Well, that's just about all we have for you today, Ospreys.
Remember, consider donating to support college media at UNF through the link in the description below.
And for all things Spinnaker, check out our website, unfspinnaker.com.
Also, make sure to follow us on our Instagram at UNF Spinnaker and check out the rest of our YouTube content for more.
And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'm Austin Thielen.
And I'm Gabrielle.
And we will see you next week on Spinnaker's Nest News. Swoop.